Picture this. It's 2026, and the operating system Microsoft declared dead is still running on most computers worldwide. Against all odds, against Microsoft's plans, against every tech prediction, Windows 10 is not just surviving, it's thriving. How did we get here? And more importantly, what does this mean for your computer? Everyone expected Windows 10 to be ancient history by now. Microsoft pushed Windows 11 hard. With its sleek interface and bold promises of the future, they even set a funeral date, October 2025. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Millions of users looked at Windows 11 and said, no thanks. They didn't budge. They didn't upgrade. They stayed right where they were. And you know what? Microsoft blinked first. In this deep dive, we're uncovering the full story of Windows 10's unexpected survival. We'll reveal Microsoft's latest moves, what they mean for your PC's security, and whether you should finally make the jump to Windows 11 or if you're perfectly fine right where you are. Because in 2026, the Windows 10 saga is far from over. Let's roll back the clock. July 2015. Windows 10 launches with a revolutionary promise. Microsoft's own developers declared it the last version of Windows ever. No Windows 12, no Windows 13, just one platform, continuously evolving, forever updated, and for years, that vision played out perfectly. The anniversary update dropped, then the creators update. Feature updates arrived like clockwork twice a year. Windows 10 wasn't just an operating system, it was supposed to be the operating system. Period. Then came the plot twist. June 2021, Microsoft unveils Windows 11, completely contradicting their last Windows ever promise. The new OS arrived with a redesigned interface, stricter hardware demands, and a completely new direction. And quietly, almost apologetically, Microsoft announced Windows 10's expiration date. October 14th, 2026. Fast forward to today, and reality has shattered every prediction. Windows 10 isn't fading away, it's dominating. Current data reveals that approximately 65% of all Windows PCs worldwide are still running Windows 10. That's roughly 2 out of every 3 Windows computers on the planet. Windows 11 adoption has grown, sure, but it hit a wall fast. Why? Millions of perfectly functional computers simply don't meet Windows 11's rigid requirements. And with businesses, schools, governments, and everyday users relying on Windows 10 every single day, Microsoft found themselves in an impossible position. They couldn't just flip the switch and turn it all off. Faced with reality, Microsoft adapted. Here's what they did. First, they confirmed Windows 10 will continue receiving monthly security updates through October 2026, providing essential protection against malware, ransomware, and critical cyber threats. Second, and this is crucial, Microsoft launched an Extended Security Updates ECU program. This program allows businesses, educational institutions, and even individual users to pay for continued security patches all the way until October 2028. Translation: if you're willing to pay, you can safely run Windows 10 for 2 more years beyond the official cutoff. But here's the catch. Windows 10 is officially in maintenance mode. No new features, no visual redesigns, no major functionality upgrades. Microsoft's entire development focus has shifted to Windows 11 and beyond. Windows 10 gets security patches and critical fixes, nothing more. So why are people clinging to Windows 10 like it's 2016? Several powerful reasons. Hardware reality is the first major factor. Windows 11 demands TPM 2.0 chips and relatively recent processors. That single requirement instantly disqualified millions of PCs manufactured before 2018. Most people are thrilled about tossing a perfectly good computer just because Microsoft says so. Battle-tested stability is another huge draw. After more than a decade of updates and refinements, Windows 10 is rock solid. It's polished, it's predictable, it works. That reliability matters, especially when your livelihood depends on your computer. Business inertia plays a massive role too. Corporations run on custom software and specialized hardware that has been optimized for Windows 10. Upgrading an entire organization is just expensive. It is risky. IT departments know that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then there's user preference. Some users genuinely dislike Windows 11's centered start menu, its design changes, and various restrictions. For them, Windows 10 isn't a compromise, it's the better choice. That said, staying on Windows 10 indefinitely isn't without consequences. After October 2026, users who don't pay for extended updates will become increasingly vulnerable to security exploits. Every month without patches means new vulnerabilities go on. Beyond security, the software ecosystem is slowly shifting. Newer applications, cutting-edge games, and modern hardware increasingly target Windows 11 specifically. Some developers have already stopped testing their software on Windows 10 altogether. The walls are closing in slowly, but inevitably. So what should you do? Here's your honest breakdown. If your PC meets Windows 11 requirements, upgrading is the safest long-term move. You'll get ongoing support, new features, and compatibility with future software. If your PC doesn't support Windows 11, you can safely continue using Windows 10 until October 2026 with regular security updates. After that, you can pay for extended security updates. Explore unofficial workarounds with caution, or consider alternatives like Linux if you're tech-savvy. Here's what this whole situation reveals. Microsoft doesn't fully control the pace of change. Users vote with their PC, just like Windows 7 before it, which users clung to for years past its prime. Windows 10 proves that people stick with what works for them, not what corporations decree. In 2026, Windows 10 isn't just hanging on by a thread. It's still the dominant Windows version on Earth. It's not dying, it's defying expectations. The real question isn't whether Windows 10 will die eventually. Everything does. The question is, how long will you stick with it? Are you riding Windows 10 until the absolute end, or are you ready to embrace Windows 11? One thing's certain, Windows 10 was written off years ago, but in 2026, against all odds, it's still very much alive, and it's not going anywhere without a fight.